Can you boil water and cause the appearance of a rainbow pony? How do you prove something when science fails you? We'll answer all these questions and more today on Moon Jelly Magazine. Not long ago, we had hiked to the end of the metaphysical map and discovered that knowing and believing are impossible to separate. Yeah, like duct tape and leg hair. Along the way, we examined one of the biggest opponents to this idea, which is the position declaring,
"Science is the only real way to discover truth."
And of course, I pointed out that if you choose to believe this position, it'll not be based on scientific evidence.
What the what?
Sometimes the reasons which compel me to take a side in a debate are not hard to comprehend. This is one of those times. This is the way popular media, from magazines to Thursday night sitcoms, try to paint the clash between religions. Moses says the true God is Yahweh. Hey, but Muhammad says the true God is Allah.
Jesus says the true God is Jesus. I mean, himself. Well, you know what I'm saying.
And the skeptic looks and says,
"This is not an answerable debate because it is purely subjective. It is a matter of faith in an authority, not reasoning with data and evidence. I will put my faith in science."
And yet, to put one's faith in science is still to put one's faith in some authority. When you read a book on science, you are not experiencing indisputable facts. You are trusting the author to honestly present the facts he believes to be true.
Furthermore, you are trusting the scientists who actually discovered the data the author's reporting on.
Even more, you are putting your faith in the authority and reliability of the instruments those scientists use to measure and explore. And you, along with those scientists, are trusting the company who made the equipment or the lab techs who calibrate it. And even those scientists who do the work themselves trust the authority of the books they've read and the studies their peers do as well. It takes a lot of faith to learn about science.
Yeah, apparently.
Science is based on observation. To prove something scientifically, you have to be able to observe it over and over. If you want to prove what temperature water boils at, you can put some water in a container and heat it up till it boils. Then, to be sure it always boils at the same temperature because it's a property of water, you have to try it in a bunch of different containers.
In glass, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius. In a metal container, it does the same. If there's no container, your water will put out the fire and not heat up to 100 degrees. If you hold it in your hands, you'll burn yourself very badly and still won't have conclusive results.
All of these are repeatable, though some you'll learn not to do again. This is the only way science works. It determines what'll happen by observing it happen in the present, over and over and over and over, until they've used all their funding, or get sick to death of burning their hands, and just decide to use glass containers. If a team of scientists heated water to 100 degrees, and instead of it boiling, a rainbow pony appeared and gave them each a croissant, they would not declare this a scientific discovery.
They would probably assume it to be some elaborate practical joke. He would not have a naturalistic explanation. And if I were them, I would be hesitant about eating that croissant.
If crime scene investigations ran on the kind of science these anti-religion thinkers claim to believe in, they would always discover that the deceased died of natural causes. It's obviously death by natural causes. The evidence tells us he was shot 16 times. So, naturally, he would die.
Yeah, sounds good. Case closed. All right, let's go get some lunch.
For a past event, you have to use what is called legal historical proofs. This is what CSI teams actually do. They have used science to show that
a body full of bullets must have been shot by some bullet-shooting weapon, because no one can throw them that hard. Also, scientifically, a gun will not shoot at someone by itself. A shooting requires a shooter.
To prove who that one particular shooter was at this one past event requires legal historical proof, the kind that gets used in the trial. By gathering information of this kind, they can establish a reasonable faith in a possible past event. The evidence gives them faith that their belief is well-founded. Science is awesome, but it has limits to what it can do, because there are limits to what we can observe. Just try observing last Tuesday.
Let's see. I see it! It's Tuesday! Oh wait. No, those are just dust mites. I'll keep looking.
You can take my word for it, or you can go collect data of your own. I've given up gathering scientific evidence for now. At least until the burns on my hands heal. SugarBomb is out. Peace!